If you don't have, you better be bringing something to the table.
No.
Yes, yes. We're gonna get into this
If you
because I have
join
a
the
very strong opinion on this. Very strong.
Arnold, here's the thing. The moment you have to ask a man or a woman what they're bringing to the table, that's not someone you want to be with.
What do you mean?
Let me give you this instant.
It means you've not seen that they have
Exactly.
What?
Yes, Arnold.
It means you've not seen them.
Arnold, just hear me out.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
And many guys who ask that are people who give finances and want something back in return, and that's a category
Arnold,
of men.
here's the thing.
About.
We need to agree that there are those people who have nothing, not so much to offer. Let me say, maybe I'm in category. I earn 10,000 shillings. You earn 40,000 shillings. We are not in the same category. You earn more, and you could be in a better place. Then we have another person with Karigo.
Yes.
Karigo is earning maybe 30,000 shillings, and their person is earning another 30,000 shillings.
Yes.
Then there's another person who doesn't have a job. But their partner is earning 200,000 shillings.
Right.
Yes.
Now, would this particular gentleman ask this woman or ask this man, what are you bringing to the table?
Yes, and I'll tell you how.
Now, let me tell you why I disapprove with that.
Okay.
The moment you start asking your partner what you're bringing to the table, that is not someone you want to be with, because you're already asking their value.
Hang on.
Listen, issues of asking, it's like your quantity. Is it a transaction? If I love you, Arnold, regardless of how much you earn, let me use, men always want to say, they want to become sanctimonious, they always think that they're angels, they save women, but when it comes to this issue of the table, you always want to say, what are you bringing on the table? Excuse me. I do not need to bring the same. I do not need to bring the same amount. If you're bringing 10,000, I bring 10,000. I do not, because in life and in relationships, you can never be equal partners.
Yes.
Of course you can.
There are certain moments that emotionally I will bring more and you will bring less. There are moments financially you will be able to bring more and I'll bring less.
Yes.
The fact that you have to value that and tell me what am I bringing on the table, it means we want to quantify what we have.
Okay.
The moment you are quantifying it in a relationship, that's not a relationship.
Okay.
Because we should not be quantifying, and that's the problem. Is we're in a society where everyone's like, you know what is she bringing on the table? Excuse me, is it your boss you're talking to?
All right.
Is it an evaluation? This is you want us to talk love and put money aside, then don't make it transactional.
Okay, let me rebut what you're saying, because when I say bring something to the table, I'm not necessarily talking finances. And what I mean when I say this is this: as a guy, if I have a substantial amount of money, right, and I know what it is taken to make this money, I'm not saying that any woman I'm with has to now contribute financially or has to contribute. I'm not saying that I have to now, because I'm bringing money to the table, that I somehow have control over her thoughts or her ideals.
A return of investment.
No. It's not about a return on investment, because think about it. I said this, Karigo, remember I said this the other day.
Yes.
I said, what was the quote that I said? I said, love
remember?
takes work.
Yeah.
And work requires a teammate.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So when I said that, let me use myself as an example. I hope to one day be very wealthy. That's obviously everybody's dream.
I know you're already wealthy as
I'm not wealthy. I'm not wealthy. But I hope to one day have a substantial amount of money. Yeah. So anybody that I choose to build a life with, I want her to be somebody who doesn't necessarily have to contribute financially, but I want her to be someone that has my back. I want her to be somebody that is caring, that is loving, that I can build something with.
I agree with you. Then you need to change that statement to what she's bringing to the table, because
that is what she's bringing to the table.
What is she bringing to the table? Her emotional intelligence.
No, yes, that is one thing that she's bringing to the table.
But why do we have to put it like, what are you bringing to the table? Why can't I be, as you're saying, your teammate?
Yeah, but that's the same thing women do. Yes, what do you mean?
That's what I'm saying. It's not only for men. It's a question that also women ask that I feel is wrong. If I'm your partner, it is a partnership.
Of course.
It's a team. We pull it. But the moment we start questioning each other, what is your value? You see, when I say, what are you bringing to the table? I am already valuing.
Yes.
Wait, hang on.
I don't know why you're not seeing that.
Ladies, relax. Let me actually finish my point.
Sorry, darling.
Let me finish my point. What I'm saying to you is this. A team, even a teammate, even in a basketball team, there are certain players that have bigger strengths than others, right? And you work collectively to build something, to win a game. Hang on. The point that I'm making is I might contribute. My contribution might be financial. Maybe I have
Yes.
more buying power. Maybe I have
Yes.
more financial strength.
Yes.
But whoever I end up with, I don't want somebody who's just going to leech off my money. I heard one woman say, when my man comes home, I'm going to make sure that I'm looking good and that I'm smelling good. And I'm like, that's a great contribution. Don't get me wrong. I want a woman who's pretty and who loves to take care of herself and who's feminine and all of those things. But I'm like, okay, when it comes to now making financial decisions for our family, when it comes to building a family and how we're going to raise our kids, when it comes to who you are as a person and your insight and your perspective on the world, how are we going to build a lasting family, a lasting legacy together if all you're saying is you're bringing your looks?
beauty.
You know what I'm saying?
But you see-
So, and I understand that there's some men.
And who is to blame there? Arnold, who is to blame?
I
Yeah.
think we're both to blame.
No,
What do you
are
mean?
to blame
it
as
is
the,
you.
as the man.
No.
Because
Let
what deceived you was your eyes. You
No.
first went with your eyes.
No, you're
takes
missing my
us
point.
back. Let me
Yes.
tell you something.
Yes.
It takes us back to the survey when men were asked,
Yeah.
would you want a woman with a steady income or the potential of an income? And 17% of men said no.
No.
So
Right.
then you went and got Miss Blondie here,
Yeah.
who brought herself with a relationship
Yeah.
with
No,
her
no, no,
hips,
no.
lips, and fingertips.
Yes,
and
and
she
I-
has nothing in between her head.
And I
you want to
understand that.
complain.
And I
then
understand
who
that.
Karigo who said, me, I want someone who's this. The mistake lies on the man.
And this is
Stop
why-
marrying wrong
Hang on.
and then coming to say, oh, women are blonde.
No,
oh,
no,
they
no, no,
can't
no,
bring
no,
something
no.
to
That's
the
not
table.
fair
You
because
have
that's a
been bringing
generalization.
Table mats to the table.
No, that's a generalization. You can't
Hey.
assume that every high value. No, because there's a difference between
You
a
and
man.
this high value.
Hang on,
Some
hang
of your
on,
brothers
hang
are
on,
not high
Barbara,
value.
Barbara, hang on.
Guys,
There's
we are
a
going
difference.
into the top of the
There's
hour.
a difference between a
Order.
man who has money and a high value man.
Yeah.
A high value man will appreciate a woman that brings value into the relationship,
But-
as opposed
but-
as opposed to a man who has money that wants to use it to control someone.
But you're
two
not,
different things.
You're not understanding what Barbara is
I
saying.
know what she's saying.
What?
I know exactly what she's saying.
Which is?
Okay, you clarify for me then. If
Let
you
me
think I
Both of you
understand.
seem we also at which is
No,
still
no.
sad.
Let me say one. Let me clarify one thing that Barbara is saying. The responsibility of what is going to be brought on the table is individual. But if you have to ask, then it means you don't understand this person's value. And in the first place, why were you thinking to settle with them?
Thank
And
you.
that's
You
why,
need to ask.
That's why I clarified. There's a difference between a man who uses money as a form of power and a high value man who understands these things.